Hey Torrent Tigers, Ms Cassy here, and I have my boys because today we're going to learn how to make paper airplanes. So part of the region, the southwest region, there's Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. And in Kalamazoo, there's something called the Air Zoo. It's like a museum of airplanes and air things that go in the air, things that fly. And in Battle Creek, there's something every year. Battle Creek, there's something called the air show. So let's get started. How to make paper airplanes by B.B. Adams. Amazing paper. Flat paper doesn't fly. Hold up a piece of printer paper, then let it go. It slowly drifts to the ground. Boring. Try folding the same piece of paper. You can make it fly, swoop, and soar through the air. Making paper airplanes is easy to do. All you need is a piece of paper. Have fun flying these 6 paper airplanes. Learn what works and what does not work. Soon you'll be able to design your own planes. And so we're going to make these paper airplanes and then we're going to test them out in a little bit. And we'll have that on the end of our video. For this project in this book, you need 6 sheets of printer paper, scissors, and tape. Safety first. Be sure to stay safe. Some of these planes need scissors. Never run with scissors and never wave them in the air. Never throw a paper airplane at people or pets. Make sure you are in an open area where your airplane can't damage anything. Then let it fly. So for the arrow, what we'll need? 1 piece of printer paper. How does it fly? When you throw a plane, you give it energy. Energy helps the plane overcome the gravity, pulling it towards the ground. As the paper airplane glides, air moves over and under its wings. This helps give the airplane lift. So for the arrow is the first paper airplane most people ever made. Step 1, fold the sheet of paper in half the long way. Or this is sometimes called hot dog style. Right, boys?
I've never heard of that.
Oh, well, when I was in school, it was called hot dog style. Fold it in half the long way. There's one for you.
Thank you.
And we're going to do one for Jackson here too. So we fold it in half the long way. Now the paper should be shaped like a hot dog bun. See, I just said hot dog bun. Even this book says hot dog bun. The paper should be shaped like a hot dog bun. Then open up the folded paper. Hold it like an open book. Here's the open book. Yep. Step 2.
I can do it.
I'm going to do it. Fold one top of the corners in towards the center crease. Hold on, Jackson. I will do yours too. We're going to fold one in like this. Then fold the other corner down to the center crease. So it should look like this. Here's yours. I'm going to fold Jackson's now. So we fold one corner down towards the center crease. And then now we're going to fold the other corner down towards the center crease. And so it looks like this. For step 3, start at the point. Fold the angled edge of each side of the piece of paper down towards the center crease. The inside edges should line up with the center crease. So next we're going to take this, starting at the top, we're going to take this one we've already folded, and we're going to fold it in towards our center crease. In like that. Now we need to make this side look the same. So starting at the top, we take that folded edge, and we fold it in towards the center crease. And now they line up in the center like this. Now I need to do Jackson's the same way. Starting at the top, we're going to fold this piece in. Like that. And we need to make the other side match. So now we have two planes that look like this. And step number 4 says turn the plane over. So now we're going to look at the back side. Now fold the plane in half along the center crease. So we're going to fold it back this way. So our folded pieces are on the outside on the crease now. So step number 5, fold the first wing down part way. The edge of the fold should end about 1 inch from the center. So we're going to fold that little piece down there like that. So it looks like that. And then step 6, repeat step 5 with the other wing. So we're going to make this side look the same. So now we have 2 little flaps that are folded down for the wings. And this says, now just hold the plane in the middle and throw. We're going to make Jackson's look the same. We're going to fold down one side, about 1 inch down. We're going to test them out later. And we're going to fold the other side down about 1 inch down. And so now on Jackson's, we have 2 wings as well. And we hold it like this. Okay. Now we're going to set these airplanes down. And we're going to try the next one. So we're going to put the arrows down and we're going to make the next plane. And when we're all done, we'll try all of the planes all together to see which one flies the best. Okay. For the dart, what you'll need: 1 piece of printer paper and 1 small piece of tape. So we'll cut our tape small. The dart is another easy airplane to make. Start out by folding the paper in half the wide way. So if the long way was hot dog bun, what do you think the short way could be called? What's another bun that we eat?
Hamburger bun?
A hamburger bun. Yeah, good job. So there's yours folded in the short way or the wide way, and it's called the hamburger bun. So the arrow, we folded it hot dog bun style, right? And for the dart, we're going to fold it in a hamburger way. In half the wide way. It says, then unfold the paper. So we need to have paper out, unfolded. Step 2, fold the top 2 corners down towards the center. Oh, so we're going to do almost the same thing we did with the arrow, except for instead of our paper being this way, it's this way. We're going to take the top corner, fold it down to the center. So it looks like this.
Oh my God.
I know we need to stop. And then we're going to make the other side match. So it looks like this, kind of like a house. And now we'll do Jackson's. Top corner, fold it in. Then make the other side match. So he has a house as well. Step 3, fold the edges of the paper again. The edges will line up with the center crease. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it in just like we did with the arrow. Take one side, fold in the edge to line up with the inner crease, the center crease. So it looks like this. And then we need to make the other side match. So now we have 2 sides folded in and they line up with the center crease. Now we need to do the same thing with Jackson's. Take the folded edge, line it up with the center crease. Like that. Make the other side match. So now both Isaac's and Jackson's planes look like they did at the end of step 3. Step 4, turn the paper over and fold it in half along the center crease. That's the same thing we did with the arrow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the dart is a lot like the arrow, but instead of folding the paper long ways, we folded it the short way. But it's a lot of the same steps. Okay, so now they both look like this. Fold the first wing down to about 1 inch from the center crease of the plane. So we need to take and make wings again. Fold one side down, about 1 inch down. Right now, we have one wing. No. And we do the same thing on the other side and make it match up. And now we have 2 wings like this. Now it says put a small piece of tape just under the wings at the rear of the plane. So we're going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to cut it because we want it to be small. So we have a small piece of tape and we're going to put it just under the wings at the rear. So there is Isaac's dart. There's a dart for you.
I wonder why they do that.
All right, we need to make the wings for Jackson's. So we need to take a small piece, or not a small piece of tape yet. We're taking the wings and we're folding them down. So we need to fold it. Jackson, why does yours look different?
Because of the tip.
How did I do your wings? Okay, got it. There we go.
My tips.
Small piece and fold it down. Your tip's fine.
Off.
Your tip's okay.
I mean, it's fine.
And another small piece and fold it down. So now we have 2 wings on this one. And we're going to take this tape. I still have some tape left. I'm going to cut it, make it even smaller than what it is. And we're going to put these right behind the wings on Jackson's plane. And here is Jackson's dart. Here you go.
I'm going to put mine to the side.
Let's put them off to the side because we're going to make the next plane. Now our darts are set aside, so we're going to move on to the next plane. Ooh, the flying fish, and the boys have been waiting for this one. What we need for the flying fish is 1 piece of printer paper and scissors. This airplane is a little different. Pay attention when you are flying it. How does it fly differently than the last 2 planes you made? How might the design change the way the plane flies? Step number 1. To start out, carefully cut a strip from the long side of the paper. The strip should be about 1 inch wide. You will use this strip to make your plane. So we're going to take our paper. We're going to go about 1 inch in, and I'm going to cut a strip.
Okay, next time.
So we have 1 strip of paper, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a strip for Jackson as well. About 1 inch in. I'll do that, please. And cutting a strip of paper. Okay. Now, for step 2, find the left edge of the strip, cut a small notch about 2 inches from the top. So I have the left side. Then I need to cut a little notch. And make sure we're using scissors, so make sure we're using them safely. And I'm step number 3, find the right edge of the strip, cut another notch about 2 inches from the bottom. Put the 2 ends of the paper together to make a circle.
It's flying fish. Oh my gosh. It's so good.
Now to slip the notches into each other, it will look like a fish. Finally, it's time to toss your fish in the air. So here's our fish. We have to put it aside to try it later. All right, let's make Jackson's fish. So we're going back to step 3, find the right edge of the strip and cut another notch. Oh, sorry, the left edge of the strip and cut a small notch about 2 inches from the top. And then we find the right edge and cut a notch about 2 inches from the bottom. And then step 4, pull the 2 ends of the paper together to make a circle and slip the notches into each other, and it'll look like a fish. And here's Jackson's flying fish. So for step 6, we'll try it out later. Finally, it's time to toss your fish in the air. Watch it spin as it falls to the ground. All right, for our next plane, we're gonna make the Nakamura Lock. And what we'll need for this one is 1 piece of printer paper. This paper airplane is based on the Japanese paper folding art called origami. You need to go blow your nose? Go blow your nose. Go find a Kleenex and blow your nose, or we're not going to keep moving on. Nope, there, Isaac, there are Kleenex.
Hey, Mom. What one is this?
That is the dart.
That's that.
The dart. Mhm.
And what
Stop.
one? What one
Stop.
is this one?
That's the arrow. Please stop.
Oh, where's the fast? The fast one?
We'll see. Okay, I'm going to try again. Over here, or you're not in the video. So for our next plane is the Nakamura Lock. And for this, we need 1 sheet of printer paper. This paper plane is based on the Japanese paper folding art called origami. Number 1, first fold the paper in half the long way. So we're folding it which way? Hamburger or hot dog if we're folding it the long way?
Dog.
Which one, Jax?
Hamburger.
The long way?
Yes.
No. Hot dog.
Why?
The short ways is hamburger. First, fold the paper in half the long ways and unfold the paper. There's one for Isaac. Do the same thing for Jackson. And unfold. Step 2, fold the top corners down to the center crease. So these are the same first couple of steps that we did with the arrow, the first plane we made. Take the first corner and fold it into the center crease. And then we take the second corner, fold it into the center crease. So again, we have kind of like a house. We'll do the same thing for Jackson's.
It's a tall house.
Mhm. First corner down. Second corner down. He has another house. Okay. Step 3, now fold the whole top triangle down onto the rest of the paper. So we're going to take this, and we're going to fold it down like this. The tip of the triangle should line up with the center crease, and it looks like it does. Our tip right here lines up with our center crease right there. We're going to do the same thing with Jackson's. We're going to take the full triangle and fold it down.
Looks kind of like an envelope.
Does kind of look like an envelope now. Okay, so Jackson has the same thing with all the whole tip folded down. Okay, step 4, fold about 1 inch of the tip of the triangle up.
Amazing.
So, and then now unfold it back down. So we're going to fold it up like this. And then unfold it back down. Okay, so we folded it up, we made a crease, and then we folded it back down. So you do the same thing with Jackson's. Fold it up, crease, and then fold it back down. So we folded it up and then folded it down, we made a crease. Now, step 5, fold the top corners down to the center. The corner should meet just above the crease you made when you folded the tip. So we're going to take the top corners here and here and fold them down to the center, making sure that they're just above that crease that we made. So we folded 1 in and 2, and they're right above the crease. Do the same thing with Jackson's. Fold it in here. And fold the other side in. Like this. So he has his top two corners folded in. Step 6, fold the tip up. It should cover the corners. You fold it down in step 5. So we fold the tip back up. It covers our corners.
I can do it.
Okay, then fold it back up.
Okay. It's really cool. It's like a skill.
Okay, let me see what does yours look like? Does yours match? So fold it up. Yep, looks like it does. Okay, now for 7. Now turn the plane over. So we are on the back side with our corners still folded in. Turn it over, and we need to fold the plane in half. So we're going to fold it out this way.
I think I can do all the steps really well. They're getting pretty easy.
So now they look like this. We folded them in half again. Please stop. So now step 8, fold down each of the wings to about 1 inch from the center crease. So we need to fold them all the way down so till they're about 1 inch away from the center crease.
Is that good?
You gotta make sure it's straight though.
There.
There you go.
There.
And then fold it over. So it looks like this right now. We got a wing. We need to fold it over and do the same thing to make the other side match.
I think that's about an
Because
inch.
making paper airplanes is all about symmetry, right? Where both sides match. So here, this is what it looks like.
Is that about an inch?
And then now you're ready to fly your plane.
Mom, is that about an inch?
Well, does it match up with the other side? That's what you need to do. Make it match the other side. All right, so we've got 2 Nakamura Lock planes. I bet you that's called a lock because it locks these wings in with this little fold here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to set these off to the side again, and we're going to try them all out later. And we'll see if my boys can remember the names of them all when we go outside to try them out.
Oh my gosh. The great
For
glider.
our next plane, we have Great Glider. And for this, we need 1 piece of printer paper and a small piece of tape. A glider is a plane that can sail for a long distance. Follow these steps to make this simple and swift glider. Begin by folding the paper in half the wide way. So what's the wide way? Hamburger or hot dog?
Hamburger.
Hamburger. So fold the paper in half the wide way. Everybody has hamburger. Now unfold the paper. Oh, thank you, sir. We need to make one for Jackson now. Fold it in half hamburger style, the wide way.
No.
And then unfold it. Step 2, fold down each of the top corners. The corners should meet in the center crease. Oh, this is the same couple of steps we used for the dart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're folding in our top corners, meeting at the center crease, making sure both sides match. So now we have a short house.
Okay.
I need to fold down top corners again on this other one. And making sure both sides match. So we have another short house. Okay. So you should have a triangle on the top of our plane, and it looks like we do. See. Now fold the tip of the triangle down to about 1 inch from the edge of the paper. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it down so it's 1 inch away from the edge, like that, making sure the tip lines up with the center crease. And we're going to press down the fold.
It's about an inch.
Now it's a little more. That's a little less than an inch. Look better. Really press down our crease. Okay, next. So it looks like this. Kind of looks like a little bit like an envelope here. The flap of an envelope.
That's kind of like the Nakamura Lock.
Kind of a little bit. Now, next, fold the top edge of the paper down about 1 inch. We're going to take this top edge, fold it down 1 inch. So now it looks like this. So now we have two planes that look like this. We need to go to our next step. Step 5. Now fold the plane in half along the center crease. None of your folds should be showing. So instead of folding it in half this way where our folds are showing, we need to fold it in half this way where everything is covered up. Step 6, lay the plane on the table so the corner without a point is on the bottom right. So we're going to lay it on the table like this. Bottom, well, for you guys it'd be this way. Bottom right. Like that. Step 7, fold up the bottom edge of the plane so it lines up with the left edge. So we'll fold it up. We're going to take this here. We're going to fold it up so it lines up with our left edge right here. Just like this, Isaac.
Like this?
No, yeah, the flat edge always has to line up with our in the center of the plane. Okay?
Okay.
Like that. You have made your first wing. Step 8, repeat step 7 on the other side. So we need to take this side. We need to fold that up towards the center like that.
Hold that.
Okay. Take this, fold that over to make the other wing. Now we have 2 wings. Okay. Step 9. Now just a small piece of tape on the bottom of the plane, and this will keep the wings from coming apart.
So it's like this?
I don't know where they want us to put the tape, on the bottom of the plane. Oh, probably right back here. So the wings, because otherwise the wings want to come apart. So we're going to put it back here.
Cool.
Very small piece, because tape is heavy and it weighs down the plane. So we want them to fly, right? So we want just a small piece of tape. Take a small piece of tape and put it on the bottom of the plane. And I'm going to put it up towards the top underneath the wings, because I put it down towards the bottom and it didn't help. So now we'll take our tape right back here on the bottom of the plane, underneath the wings, piece of tape, and that helps keep our wings together.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So we've put our gliders away to test out later, and next we have the remnant. What you'll need for this is 1 piece of paper, printer paper, and scissors. We have scissors here. And remember, always be safe with your scissors. And if you need to, ask an adult or a learning partner for help. A remnant is something that is left over. This plane uses less than a whole sheet of paper. It also requires some careful cutting. This little plane can fly far.
Wow.
Step number 1, take your piece of paper, fold down the top right corner so the top edge of the paper lines up with the left side.
Wow.
So we're gonna take the top corner. We're gonna fold it all the way down like this. So we have, it's folded like this. The fold will make a rectangle of paper at the bottom. So here's a rectangle right there. Cut it off. We need to cut it off.
And that. Right?
Okay. So we have a triangle, and we just cut off our rectangle piece. So we need to do the same thing for Jackson. Top right corner, fold it down. That's our leftover piece of paper, buddy.
I think we should use that to make a flying fish. A big one.
We could make a flying fish with that piece of paper.
2 of them.
All right. We have a little rectangle at the bottom. We need to cut it off.
This one, my flying fish.
Okay. This rectangle piece is our remnant. This is what you will make our plane from. So we're not making our plane from the triangle pieces we made. We're making them from the leftover rectangle pieces, the remnant. So step 3, fold the top left corner down to the bottom right corner. So right, left. So here's the left corner. Fold it down to the bottom right corner like this. Match them up like that.
Like that?
Yeah. Make sure the corners line up though. This didn't line up correctly. Make sure they really line up before you fold them, because. Okay, so we have it like this. Top, the corners line up. Opposite corners match opposite corners. Line them up and fold it. So we have it like this. Okay.
So what are we gonna do with these?
I don't know. Step 4, rotate the plane so the crease you made is on the top. So we had it like this. We folded it up like this. Now we need to flip it over so that our crease is on the top. Like this. Fold the top part down about 1/2 inch. So we take this. Fold it down about 1/2 inch.
This about 1/2 inch?
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
1/2 inch is kind of like maybe a finger width apart. Okay. Step 5, repeat step 4 2 more times. So step 4 was to rotate the plane so the crease made is on the top. And then fold the top part down about 1/4 inch. So we need to fold it down another 1 time. So I folded it down 1 more time. And then 2 times. 2 more times. Can you do that with yours? Like this. Down 1. And down 2. Okay, so our planes look like this right now. Okay, step 6. Fold the plane in half so that the folds you made in step 4 and 5 are on the outside. We take this, and fold it in half like this. Maybe.
This?
I don't know. Doesn't look right. I don't know if I missed a step or what. Like that. Next, fold the wing flaps down. The edge of each wing. Oh, maybe I need to fold it like this. And actually fold it in half. There we go. So it looks like this. Fold it in half. Take yours, put these together like this. Fold it in half and crease it down that way. Fold it in half. Next, fold the wing flaps down. The edge of each wing should line up with the center crease. So here we have wings here. We're going to fold them down. 1 here. And 1 here. So we have our wings like this.
Like this?
Take it down, fold it down to the center crease. Like that. Fold it down 1/2. This one's a very difficult airplane. The first one and the second one are much easier. Fold it down like that. And we have 2 tiny little remnant planes. Time to clean up. When you're done making paper airplanes, make sure to clean up everything you have used to save the leftover paper. Then you can make paper airplanes another day. Recycle any paper you don't want to save. All right, so we're outside now. We're going to test out our airplanes that we made. So we have our airplanes, and they're all lined up right here. We got them in order. We're going to start with the first ones we made. And what were those called, boys?
The arrow.
The arrow. Yep, we made the arrow first. And so each of you grab your arrow. And, that's all right. We'll get them. They're flying away a little bit. It's a little windy. Hold on. Stand at the starting line. And what we're going to do is we're going to take chalk and we're going to mark how far each of them go. And we'll see which one went the furthest. So we have our aeroplanes and we're going to let them fly in 3, 2, 1, fly. Good job. All right, let's mark out where they're at. So we marked the arrow, how far they made it, with an A on the driveway. Next up is the dart. Can you get your darts, boys? Okay, so we're gonna test out our dart plane. So the darts are gonna fly in 3, 2, 1, fly. All right, those did not go far, but we will mark them. We marked our darts with the letter D for dart. So the flying fish is next, and this is not one that goes really far. It just makes like loops as it falls. Yeah. So we're gonna drop it and let them fly in 3, 2, 1.
Flap.
Okay.
came off.
Want to pick him up and show him one more time how it does? Hold the tail and see what happens when you drop it. Hold the tail, not like that. Hold one piece of the tail.
Okay.
And see what happens. Go ahead and drop it. See what happens. Cool.
Jackson's the far.
So we've marked the flying fish with an F. They went almost as far as the dart, and they really weren't supposed to go that far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, our next plane is the Nakamura Lock. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that one went way over there. Can you throw yours? Try again.
I think we can mark it.
So one of them blew out into the grass, but we marked it along the driveway kind of where it was at. So far, the Nakamura Lock has made it the farthest of all of our planes.
Yeah.
We're going to let our gliders fly in 3, 2, 1. So we've marked our glider with a G on the sidewalk, or on the driveway. So our next plane and our last plane is the Remnant plane. 1, fly. Throw it, Jax.
1, 2, 3, fly. Come on.
So we marked our Remnants on the ground with an R. They didn't go even as far as our flying fish went. So we have our Remnants, then our flying fish, and then our dart. And then up here we have a glider and an arrow kind of about the same distance. Over here, one of our Nakamura Locks and our arrow, and then our glider. And all the way out here is our Nakamura Lock. So that went the farthest for us.